Welcome back, Stomp Wrestling fam. Boy, it has been an incredible 24 hours to say the least. SummerSlam 2022 is now in the history books, and now WrestleDrop and MPKH himself decided let's give our full honest review of the pay-per-view because chef's kiss right there. Chef's kiss. So, without any further ado, let's get straight to it, man. SummerSlam, what are we saying about that pay-per-view, man? Damn. What are we saying?
I thought it was a near perfect. Near perfect. Near perfect. There was one thing I didn't agree with, but I thought it was near perfect. It was excellent. I think it's second behind Mania this year. That's what I think.
All right. That is now the fifth best WWE pay-per-view in a row. Damn, that's a hot streak.
We've got Mania, Backlash, Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam.
Next up, Clash of the Castle. Let's see. Can we go 6 for 6? And this was Triple H's first SummerSlam in charge. Nice.
And he did well.
Oh,
his fingerprints were all over it. His fingerprints were everywhere.
Triple H and Stephanie, thank you for an incredible SummerSlam. Thank you. All right, so first match we gotta start off with is Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm gonna say this out the way. I can watch that rivalry over and over and not get tired of it. I really can.
Bro, I tweeted today. I think that's my favorite women's rivalry of all time. I really think so.
It has to be there as a top 3 women's rivalry in WWE history right now.
Bro,
Lita and Trish is obviously number 1. Sasha and Bayley second. Becky, Bianca 3. Simple as that.
I put it first. I really do.
And I don't disagree with you on that one. That rivalry is just too damn good.
Yeah, that top 3 that you gave is very debatable. It can be either one. Either one can be first. So that's how close it is. But the match itself
don't really matter.
The match itself, I thought wasn't as good as the Mania match. But I think they did very well to do different things. Because I think I said in the predictions, I felt that they did all they could at the Mania match. But apparently they didn't, because there were so many new things they did in this match that just set it apart from that Mania match. So I'll give them
I'm not gonna lie.
Mad respect for that. To be able to give your all at Mania and still do different things at SummerSlam. Mad respect.
Becky, Bianca, you two deserve your flowers one time.
Yeah.
And I do have to make it a bit of an apology. I think when I said Becky works well as a face more than a heel, I think I kind of grew into her heel character a bit. But now that she's become a babyface again,
I'm glad.
I'm glad.
I'm glad.
Because some of this... Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm most glad about her turning face? It means
what is that?
Bianca's obviously going to keep the championship for a while, unless Bayley wins it. But that means that with having Liv, Bianca, Becky, all as faces, that means we have to have a storyline that doesn't involve the title, because all 3 are going to be on TV. So if it's Becky and Bianca championship, Becky is going to be on TV. So that means we can have a storyline without the title. If Becky's got the title, either Liv or Bianca's has to be on TV. So we're going to get more women's rivalries without the championship, which I'm here for.
Oh, I'm all in for that. And speaking of Bayley, ladies and gentlemen, after 1 year, Bayley's back.
Was it a full year?
And that's not all. Woo! It's been a whole year since.
Crazy.
She was supposed to wrestle at Lata's Money in the Bank, but she got injured.
Yeah, and she was supposed to face Bianca, so interesting that she came back to confront Bianca as well.
And that's a rekindled rivalry. Also, She didn't come alone. She brought two friends, Io Shirai, or Io Sky, as now we're supposed to call her, and Dakota Kai. Surprisingly, wow!
I did so
not
happy,
expect.
so happy to see Dakota Kai because
Mhm.
I had a feeling she'd end up at AEW and just get lost. Just get lost like Ruby Soho, like Tony Storm. Just get lost. Unless you went to Impact, I would have been happy with that. But
Oh yes, relax, AEW fans. We're not hating on y'all. Please calm down. But anyways, yeah, man. Also, Io Shirai, there have been rumors about her contract coming to an end and saying that she's gonna leave the WWE and go back to what's this place?
Stardom.
Stardom. Oh man, I was like, yo, what? No ways. Trips. Thank God for Trips, man.
Thank
He
God.
managed to get both of them back. Oh, that is amazing.
Well, she never left, Io Shirai. She just
Well,
had
her
to resign.
contract
Yeah.
was just.
Yeah. The contract was
Dakota
coming.
Kai did.
Dakota Kai got released. Vince released her. And I don't know where I saw this or heard this, but apparently this was pitched to Vince. Or not this exact thing, but Dakota Kai coming to the main roster and joining a faction of some sort was pitched to Vince. And he said no. So in Triple H's first week, he's doing things that Vince rejected.
He just brought her back like that.
In his first week.
Wow.
That actually shows how much he values them two. For them two to be his first people that he brings up from NXT or brings back. So
That was amazing.
I'm excited, and it was a perfect start to SummerSlam as well, though. Got me so hyped for the rest of SummerSlam.
Bro, that is a good way to kick off SummerSlam.
Bro.
Okay, so Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai are back. Bianca retains. Becky Lynch is a face. Women's division in WWE. Chef's kiss right now.
So I wanted to do this new thing for our reviews, where we say how many stomps out of 5, like stars, but we call it a stomp out of 5. So how many stomps would you give it? Stomps, yeah. I'd give the match like 3 and 3.75 stomps. Sorry. Just under 4 stomps. That's what I'd say.
That's not too bad. That's reasonable.
What would you give it?
I say 0.7.
7.
I say 3.7.
Oh, 3.7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought I meant 7 stars.
Bro, I was gonna say 7 out of 5. 7 out of 5.
Relax. I'm no Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. So you say 3.7.
Dave Meltzer, if you're watching this, Yep.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer, if you're watching this, don't come for me. Okay.
I agree.
Next up is Logan Paul versus The Miz. A match that I was not interested in because, hey, I'm not a Logan Paul fan, and I think Miz is too talented for that. But I'm gonna have to give credit where credit's due, guys. Jesus. I can't believe it.
That was good,
I'm saying that. It was decent. It was decent.
Bro, Logan Paul's better than Dominic Mysterio. What's happening?
Oh, that's hurting my feelings right now, man.
He's got a better frog splash than Dominic Mysterio, and it's in his blood. A frog splash is in his blood.
Yikes.
It's sad.
Hey,
bro.
But I don't want to come out here like a Logan Paul fan, but hey, that frog splash is nasty,
bro.
So yeah,
that whole match was pretty good. It was surprisingly good. Logan looked a bit stiff though with his shots. Did you notice that? His punches and his kicks are stiff. Jeez, this guy's a bit stiff.
Oh yeah, I've noticed. Really, especially at his WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Against the Mysterios, yeah, he was very stiff. But hey, somewhat, I guess you can take time to learn. which is all good.
Yeah. But the Miz played his part perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he definitely did. Also, now that Triple H is back, please make Tommaso Ciampa great again.
I think
he's too good to be missed back. No disrespect to Miz, man.
I think we're gonna get
Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tommaso Ciampa is just way too good for that. Way too good.
I think we're gonna get Ciampa AJ Styles feud now. He's basically just gonna split up from the Miz and just do his own thing. Act like it never happened.
I personally wouldn't mind seeing Ciampa versus Styles. That would actually be dope.
Yeah,
that would actually be nice.
For sure. And that keeps Ciampa as a heel because I think Ciampa does his best work as a heel.
Oh, most definitely.
Whereas if he had to turn on the Miz, he's gonna be a face, you know. So
him as a face, it's kind of bland, but I guess he can make it work.
Ciampa can make it work as long as the storyline makes sense for it. So if he's had the heel character for a while and all of that, and then changes, like in NXT, he had the heel character for a long time, went to a face, it made sense. But I think to come onto the main roster, be a heel, that's the best option, I think.
So yeah, Logan Paul defeated Miz, and we're praying Tommaso Ciampa gets his break. So
how many stomps do you give that match? As a spectacle, 3. I'd say 3.5 as a spectacle. But wrestling, 3.
3 in terms of wrestling spectacle, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Bobby Lashley versus Theory for the United States Championship. Okay, personally, I thought their Money in the Bank match was a little bit better, but they still made it work nonetheless, because Austin Theory can do well to get Bobby over, and Bobby's doing incredible right now, so no hate towards either man. No hate.
I think the short match made sense, to be honest. Keeps Bobby looking strong and keeps you thinking, is Theory gonna do it later? If he has this long-winded match, you're gonna think to yourself, okay, failed cash incoming.
Boy. So, there was even speculations about him walking out with 3 belts. I was like, yo, do WWE actually have the balls to do that? Give a man 3 belts.
If Vince was in charge, it might have happened.
Oh.
If Vince was in charge.
We all know how bad that would have ended. Oh, boy.
Bro, I would not have wanted to see it. Not at all. But what I also liked about that match was as soon as Bobby locked in the Hurt Lock, Theory tapped. Like straight away. So I thought that protects the Hurt Lock, which it's already very protected. And it makes it seem as if Theory doesn't want to get hurt. Because he's got business to do later on.
Oh, yeah.
So I quite like that.
Oh, yeah. But the rest of the locker room, that is. Because, yeah.
So what would you give this? How many stomps?
I'd give 3.5.
I'd give
nothing.
2, because it was a glorified squash match. It was 4 minutes long.
2 stories. Wow.
Yeah. Not that there's anything bad. It's just it was a glorified squash match. So.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but hey, that's you. So, next up, we got the Mysterios versus the Judgment Day in a no disqualification match. So, oh my God. Another match I wasn't invested in because, hey, what is there to do, really?
We saw it on Raw.
People were kind of expecting Dominic to join Judgment Day, but I was like, is Dominic really going to join Judgment Day? And does he actually fit in that faction? Let's be honest.
No, he doesn't.
Exactly.
He really doesn't. And with Edge returning, Dominic wasn't going to turn. If Dominic's
Ooh.
if Dominic's gonna turn, it's gonna be a huge thing, not on the same segment as Edge returning.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what did you think of
Also,
Edge's return? His new look, his new theme.
I like the theme. It's like a modernized. It's like a modernized version of the Brood theme song, which is pretty dope. Also, that jacket, I'm actually digging the jacket. The spikes, it would have been. It's actually nice, and it's red even, so it actually makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I feel like this new gimmick is, or this new character is? I feel like it's what Edge wanted with Judgment Day. So it's Edge's original pitch, and then Vince altered it to get Judgment Day. I think this is what Edge originally pitched. A Brood style faction.
A Brood style Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously it's not a faction now, but he took his idea from there. And I think Triple H has basically given Edge all the freedom he needs because that's Edge. So I think that's what's happened here, to be honest.
Alright. I guess that makes sense.
What do you think is going to be, like, the outcome of this gimmick change?
I don't see... Well, I definitely see Edge being a face against Judgment Day, but it works best if he was a heel, which he isn't right now. So I think Edge might have like a tweener role in a way, but I think he can make it work. So we'll just have to see what happens and if it works or not. But hey, I'm excited that Edge is back, new gimmick. Let's see how it goes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Right,
I don't think he's going to be.
What would you say to it? What would you say?
I don't think he's going to be a face very long at all. I think he'll be a face, finish out the Judgment Day feud, and then go heel soon. That's what I think. Or, like you say, a tweener.
Most definitely. Which, possibly, I have my doubts about him going into a tweener role. But, like I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like if it's a tweener, he's just going to get cheered. You know what I'm saying? It's Edge. It's just going to get all the cheers. So.
And nobody wants to boo Edge.
Unless
if it was 2005, yes.
If we get menacing Edge, I think people will boo him just for the nostalgia.
Oh.
You know, we know which Edge this is. This is old school Edge. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where it goes.
Oh, definitely.
How many stomps would you give that match?
All right, so it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too great. But I give it 2.7.
Yeah, I agree.
Bonus for Edge returning, but I think the return is more memorable than the match itself. So yeah, 2.7 for me.
I just want to mention one thing we forgot to mention. Why were they doing tags in a no DQ match?
Oh man, I don't even want to get to that. So it didn't really make sense to me. It really didn't.
Bro, like, nobody even broke any rules until the chair shot came in later on. Other than that, it was a normal tag match. So it made it so obvious that the DQ stipulation was just there for Edge to return. Made it so obvious.
Yep. Yeah, it was so bad. But anyways, Edge is back. 2.7 stomps out of 5. Yeah. Next match. I'm gonna pick from the random hat match. Street Profits versus the Usos with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. Well, again, I had high hopes for this match, but their Money in the Bank match was far, far better than it. Not to say it wasn't bad, but I expected a little bit more, really.
Yeah, I agree. But it was nowhere near the Money in the Bank match. It was nowhere near.
Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. I think what made their Money in the Bank match special was the amount of near falls, the anticipation that was into the match as well. But also, it was also written in the stars for the Street Profits to win. But the Usos won, and we even saw a look of anger on both the Street Profits. And I'm just thinking, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's coming.
They're about to break these niggas up. They're about to break them up.
It's coming.
But yo, I'm not ready for a Street Profits breakup, man. I'm really not.
To be honest, I kind of trust Triple H to do it right. But rather than Vince, but it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen.
If it was Vince, then we'd be seeing a heel turn by the end of the match. Most definitely. Yeah,
it would have been done already. They would have broken up already. It would have been something else. Although they might break up tonight on Raw. I think it's going to happen sooner than we think, to be honest.
Oh, most definitely not.
But I would prefer, if they really wanted Montez Ford to go to a single star, to just do what they do with the New Day and just let them go and do it, and they're still part of the New Day. So let Montez Ford still be part of the Street Profits, but he's doing his thing. Montez Ford is doing his thing.
Also, Dawkins does his thing. Really.
That's what I meant.
Both guys can do it.
They really could.
Mm-hmm. So what do we say? Both of them break up, but not one turns against each other. There's still some sort of unity, kind of like New Day.
That's what I say.
I say that's the reliable option. That's a logic option.
Yeah, I agree. Because what that allows for is if there's a period where tag team wrestling is just dull, dollars can be, Street Profits can come straight back in, do something, then go out again. Like the New Day did at a stage where, that stage where Kofi was champion and Big E was champion. They were coming in and out of the tag division at the same time. So that's what I say.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But it was still a pretty great match. It was still a pretty good match. But I just think Money in the Bank match tops it by far. So, how many stomps are we giving that?
I'll say 3.
Yeah, 3. But let's be real. R-Truth would have been a better guest referee than Jeff Jarrett.
I didn't even think about that. He did want the job. He said he wanted to ref. Am I right? That was a segment, right?
Yeah.
Or am I making that up in my head?
No, it actually was a segment.
Okay, yeah.
He did want to be the ref.
Although I didn't mind Jeff Jarrett. I didn't mind it. I like Jeff Jarrett.
Yes. Same here. So
speaking of Jeff Jarrett, real quick sidebar. He should go for another run. He was still pretty good in Ric Flair's last match. Not sure if you watched it, but Jeff Jarrett
I did not watch it.
Save yourself the pain. But Jeff Jarrett can still somewhat go. So
I saw some pictures of him on Twitter, and he still looks in decent shape. So
they both gassed
give
out
him like
real
one
quick.
or two matches.
Yeah, 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah.
Do you like what Steamboat did in 2016, 13? I don't know. Yeah. Whenever it was.
Yeah.
Couple matches and that's it.
Yep. So 3 stomps for Street Profits versus Usos.
Street Day.
Okay.
That's a good faction, bro. Street Day would work. The New Day and the Street Profits together.
They actually sounds kind of like Triple H, book it. Oh, that would be nice. Triple H, book it now. Okay. Up next, we got Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Pat McAfee, guys, you can't hate him. You just can't. You just really cannot.
No.
And also, I think it's about time people start giving Baron Corbin some praise because he's actually damn good at his job. He really is.
Baron Corbin can go. He can go in the ring. He's had some good matches. Think of his matches with like Dolph and AJ Styles. Those are the two that come to mind. But Baron Corbin's decent in the ring as well. And his character work is tops. We know that already.
Anyways, so as I was saying, Pat McAfee, man, he's good in that ring. He really is.
For sure.
If you watch...
But this wasn't his best match in my opinion though. This is bottom of the list.
I say the matches that he had at NXT War Games with the Undisputed Era and his match at WrestleMania against Austin Theory was actually pretty excellent. This one, it's not bad, but just not as good as we thought it would be.
Yeah, and I don't blame Corbin for that either. I think it was just, I don't know if they just didn't gel great, but it just wasn't the best. And the fact that McAfee had a few close calls as well, almost slipping off the top rope. Then when he made that jump onto the top rope and he landed on his knees.
Oh boy, I was just like, yo, but Pat McAfee did well to fix it up. But I was like, yes.
I was talking to the Loudmouth on his live stream, his TikTok live, and he was saying that he noticed the ring ropes were a bit messy throughout the night. And we saw that with Ray's splash onto Damian Priest. And he says it had something to do with, or he reckons it had something to do with the spot with Brock.
Oh, really?
So that could have been a factor on why he struggled on the ropes.
I guess so. But hey, it is what it is. These things happen in wrestling.
Of course.
These things happen.
He fixed them. He didn't botch. He fixed them. All his mistakes, he fixed them.
Oh, yes.
So.
We love the professionalism, McAfee. Keep it up.
And just a side note, Michael Cole in that match and in the main event.
Oh, that. It's time we give Michael Cole his props. Please. Don't tell me he's a shitty announcer. Give that man his props.
Ever since the NXT UK World Title Tournament thing where he went and commentated over and he didn't have Vince in his ear. Ever since then, I've been like, okay, Michael Cole he's an excellent commentator, but Vince ruins him.
Most definitely. So, what are we saying about that match?
I'd say 3 stomps.
3 stomps?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess 3 stomps is good.
What do you
All right.
Do you reckon it's higher or lower than 3 stomps though? Because you don't seem convinced.
I say 2 stomps in my opinion, but it's not bad.
No.
Didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
All right. So next match is Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. To be pretty honest, yeah, I did not think Liv was going to beat Ronda clean. Like, even towards the end, I was like, damn, am I really going to see Ronda Rousey getting pinned by Liv Morgan again? But this time, with the finisher or something, I doubt.
No.
I doubt.
I didn't like that finish at all.
Not to discredit Liv Morgan or anything. I just feel like if you want to make her a legitimate champion, have her beat like one of your top stars, like clean or something. And
I could see her
kind of reminded me of.
Kind of reminded you of.
It kind of reminds me of Brock Lesnar and Undertaker at 2015 SummerSlam. where Undertaker taps out to the Kimura lock, but Brock, and then the bell rings. Match gets restarted. Undertaker wins. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it's similar. I just wish if they really wanted to play out that finish, I wish she could have tapped. So like 1, 2, 3, and then she starts tapping. So at least the win is legitimate, but it also shows that Ronda's a beast with that arm lock. So I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I thought there could have been better ways to give her the false win rather than what they did.
Yeah, that's just not a good look. But hey, even Ronda Rousey turned heel in that match, so at least we're gonna see Ronda Rousey become good. Like, even put Liv in the armbar and took out the ref after the match. So we got a heel Ronda. So wonder how that's gonna go.
I'm happy about that. Really happy. But at the same time, I'm worried that she doesn't turn heel either. I'm worried it's like a face, just the fact that she's very frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen her do these types of things before. She attacked Drew Gulak when she was the face. She's put other people in arm bars for no reason. So I'm worried that we are all misinterpreting this.
Yeah, same way how we misinterpreted that like in 2019, where we thought we see a heel Ronda, but really it was just like, I don't care what you think. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah, it wasn't a full blown heel character. So,
but if we do get a fully pledged heel Ronda, how do you think that's gonna go?
I'm excited for it, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't mean dominant Ronda comes back and we see the title on her for a full year again.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
I know a lot of people won't be happy about that.
You see,
not gonna lie to you.
I would have liked for her to go away after Liv 1. That's what I would like, but it's not gonna happen.
So, how many stomps would we say?
I'm saying 1 stomp. 1.
That's the lowest stomp of the video.
Bro, it was terrible.
That's our first low stomp of the year.
Bro, it was terrible. The finish was terrible. Liv got hardly any offense in. She got a few kicks and that was it. It was terrible.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rate that 1 too, because it could have gone a lot better. But hey,
for sure.
And then the main event of the evening: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, the last man standing match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Bro, that match
crazy.
I don't care. Listen, this is a hot take. Okay, I think their last man standing match tops anything that they've done. Really.
For sure.
It's better than WrestleMania 31, better than WrestleMania 34, better than Super Showdown, better than SummerSlam 2018, better than it all, bro.
That's not a hot take.
It was that damn entertaining.
That's not a hot take. That's facts. That is by far the best thing they've done. By far.
Yeah, I'd say that. But I can say chef's kiss, especially with Brock Lesnar even bringing a tractor to the ring.
Bro, lifting the ring off the ground. I've never seen anything like it. Bro, it was crazy. It was carnage.
This is the day where we've seen it all in pro wrestling.
Bro, and that's what we asked for. We didn't want to see 10 spears and 10 F5s. So they didn't give. They gave us the complete opposite of that. So
thank you.
We can't complain. We really can't.
No, we cannot. The match itself was amazing to watch.
Sure.
Not even gonna argue. It was amazing.
What do you think of
also
Theory's failed attempt at a cash-in? Because it wasn't a failed cash-in.
It was rather nope, you're not going to cash in on us, nigga. Just take this F5 and get the fuck out of here.
Literally, it's like, nope, not today.
But,
don't even try.
I definitely think that with Theory still being Mr. Money in the Bank, they're most likely gonna have him hold it a bit longer, or they might go with another failed cash-in. But I say he's holding it a little longer, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's just how I see it.
I say he's holding it, and it's gonna be a failed cash-in at the end of the day. I don't see him beating Roman or Drew if Drew wins a Clash Castle, or Cody at Mania.
Which one? Oh, so, boy.
Because that's I'm looking at either three of those winning at some point, and I don't see him cashing in on any of them. If he cashes in on Cody or on Drew after they win the titles,
yo, the heat. Bro, the heat that he would get.
That wouldn't be heat though. That wouldn't be heat though. That would be get the fuck out of here heat.
Oh, go away heat. Oh, that would be bad. That
so
would be so bad.
How many stomps you giving that match? 5. 5. The full 5 out of 5.
Psych. 4.5.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 4.5.
Yep.
4.5.
4.5. Definitely. That was just entertaining. Even with Roman Reigns still being champion. And we're most likely going to see Drew win the titles, which one of our Stomp brothers won't like at all. We shall remain nameless. But we digress. We digress.
So overall, SummerSlam was excellent. We discussed it earlier. Second best pay-per-view of the year for WWE. Simple as that.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'd say if we had to rank this like amongst the best pay-per-views of 2022 so far, like in all companies, I'd say this is like in the top 5 easily.
Yeah, for sure.
So but overall, SummerSlam 2022. Now, how many stomps would we give that? How many stomps?
4 stomps? I'd say 4 stomps.
I can live with that. I can live with it.
Yeah.
4 stomps.
Because it's not just about the matches. Because if you had to like average out the matches, I'd say it'll probably be 3.5 stomps. But it's also the fact that the right decisions were made and the returns and all of that. So I'd say 4 stomps.
Most definitely. Oh yeah, 4 stomps indeed. I just wish there was a better result for a few matches, but I digress. Overall, fantastic pay-per-view nonetheless.
We're never gonna
Triple
be
H and stuff.
Totally happy.
Oh, yeah.
Never gonna be completely happy.
Oh yeah. And that's the beauty of being a wrestling fan.
Exactly.
You're not going to always get what you want.
Exactly.
But anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please stomp on that like button, stomp on that subscribe button, and also don't forget to stomp on the bell icon to be notified on when your favorite Stomp Wrestling members have another video coming out. Until then, we'll see you guys later. And that is just too sweet.